bẹ̀rẹ̀ Afọláti.
Ọ̀kan ni wá, we are one, we are Cowsol, Cowsol, and we stand by our husbands. We are the mothers of the land. We will build with our hands a Lagos filled with greatness. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa. We will serve our land. We will stand for our people. We will rise and together we will build our home. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa. Committee of wives of Lagos State officials. Inú ilé rẹ̀ obìnrin ló kàn mọ́ ẹ̀rọ. Committee of wives of Lagos State officials. Inú ayé yìí obìnrin ló kàn mọ́ ẹ̀rọ. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa. Okoniwa. We are one. We are Cowsol. Cowsol. And we stand by our husbands. We are the mothers of the land. We will build with our hands a Lagos filled with greatness. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa. We will serve our land. We will stand for our people. We will rise and together we will build our home. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa. Committee of wives of Lagos State officials. Inú ilé rẹ̀ obìnrin ló kàn mọ́ ẹ̀rọ. Committee of wives of Lagos State officials. Inú ayé yìí obìnrin ló kàn mọ́ ẹ̀rọ. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa. We are strong. We are Cowsol. Okoniwa.
What position do you occupy in your organization? This is very important because when you are responding, we look at your response and we look at your position. And we know that, yes, we really need to do what you are suggesting. So, are you a chief executive of an organization or a member of the management staff? Or you are a senior staff, middle level cadre? Others, if yours does not fall on any of the first four, please circle others. What age brackets do you fall in? You have 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and others. These others is either you are below 25 or you are above 64. So let us know. Are you a member of Cowsol? Yes or no? So you circle the one that concerns you. The number of times you have attended the conference. This is the 17th conference. Have you attended all the 17? Is this your first time? So let us know. 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, 10 to 12, and 13 plus. Circle the one that concerns you. Now we go to that table. In this table, what you do is you tick. On the right side of the table, you have EGAP. E means excellent. G means good. A is average, and P is poor. So, number 1, how would you rate the registration and payment process? Was it excellent? Is it just good? Or average? Or very poor? So let us know. This helps us a lot to improve. How would you rate the impact of the networking etiquette session? i.e., of what benefit is the network session to you? Remember the network session when Mrs. Marvin Sibo told us how to present our business cards, how to greet and honor people. So, take which one is okay in your own opinion. What will you rate the topics and, how will you rate the topics and speakers' delivery? You will have all the speakers in the plenary sessions. You rate them, whether they are excellent, whether good, average, or poor. So you turn over leaf, it continues. The 7 plenary sessions. Conference support services, number 4. These are services that facilitate the smooth delivery of the conference essentials. 1, how would you rate the quality of the conference material and other souvenirs? Are you happy with our conference materials? And all the Ghana must go that you carry it away. How easily accessible is the conference venue? And how will you rate the comfort provided? Please tick the appropriate ones. How will you rate the tea, coffee break, lunch, and the refreshments served at the conference? What is your opinion on the organization of the gala night? Then, you want to tell us, in your own opinion, what impact these conferences have been given in your life and in your organization. You will also have the opportunity in the space provided to tell us how we can do better. So the questionnaires should be filled and you leave on the table. Or later on, we will come round to collect. As people are coming in, please tell them, because we won't repeat this, tell them to fill the questionnaires. God bless you. So we go to the recap of yesterday's plenary sessions. The plenary 4, parade of creatives. We had 4 people: Tara Fela Durotoye, Mrs. Mona Lisa Ambimbola Aze. We had Miriam Amin, and we had Mrs. Bilkis Adebi Abiola. So these 4 speakers showed us how they have been, doing, and told us their challenges and so on. Is there anybody in the crowd who wants to tell us, remind us of at least one of the things we learned? One thing you can remember from the conference for plenary 4. Yes. Tell us your name and the organization you represent.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Salamatu Garba from Millennial Cares Foundation. I learned from Mrs. Tara Fela-Durotoye, the first speaker. She actually said to be a successful entrepreneur, your business model canvas is actually very important. That is, she gave 5 essential tips. What products and services you want to give to your customer.
Good.
Your revenue stream.
Yes.
Availability. And your, I forgot what I want to say now. But the most important things about your business model canvas actually helps you. It's a pathway to build a successful brand. That's one important thing I learned about her. And that's for every entrepreneur, you must put your customers first, considering every other thing that they need before ever venturing into any entrepreneurship business. Thank you.
Thank you. Please give her a round of applause.
Everyone. Okay, my name is Asumo Miriam.
Speak to the mic.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Asumo Miriam, and I am a youth from Millennial Cares Foundation. Okay, I'll be commenting on what Miriam Amin said. Miriam Amin from Amalashita. I remember she said something about being determined. Being determined and being focused. And also, in setting up a business, you should be able to, you should not just use your knowledge alone. You should be able to gather knowledge from people that are experienced, people that you already have experience in the line you are going in. So you should be able to gather experience from them. Don't just feel like, okay, I have passion or I have interest in this thing and I believe I can do it alone. Learn from others, and with what you've learned from others, you'll be able to build up a very, very good business.
Thank you. What about the mothers in the house? Nobody remembered anything from plenary session 4? At least I know that the shoemaker spoke. I'm waiting for somebody. Are you?
Yinka Shijuade.
Please speak today.
My name is Yinka Shijuade. What I'm able to pick from from Monique Matthew yesterday is that you have to start your business when you think big and you have a desire that you want to pursue, that you don't need to wait until when you have the whole of the things. I picked from her that you can start with your own personal challenges or issues. She narrated her ordeal when she goes out to shop for shoes. And because she has a moderately large feet, that she was just unable to get the appropriate types of shoes that she would have loved to buy in the market. This became a source of concern to her. Like most of us, we have sources of concern concerning her desires to want to look or want to do some certain things in her life. I saw it as a challenge in her life, and she didn't give up. She decided to find solutions to her own personal challenge by building shoes for herself to use. Along the line, she realized that she has to meet the challenges of some other people that are in her shoes. And one statement I pick, and I'll continue to take away from me, is that as a woman, if you don't touch the life of people that are in need, then you are dead. So I believe definitely that she met the challenge and she became a source of solution to some other women's problems by building shoes for them, making shoes for them to suit their purposes for different events and activities. And I want to believe I'm going home challenged in doing same and similar thing. And look around yourselves, look for people who have challenges and provide solutions to their challenges. I love that plenary session with her. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
I'm Yetunde Gbafe from Christian Pilgrims Welfare Board. And I want to share concerning the Dr. Akinyemi, what he said, that genetics.
Oh, we are not yet there.
We're not yet there, I'm sorry. That's the one I want to share.
Plenary 4.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me just
Are
share
you
about,
on
because
plenary 4?
that really touched that really touched me. That's why I want to share about it. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm really blessed with the...
Your name, ma?
My name is Mrs. Bolanle Winu. I am blessed with the talk that Mrs. Bilikis
Adebiyi
Abiola, because my business goes into that direction too.
Okay.
And it is a challenge to every one of us that we should look into our environment and see what are the problems we encounter and how we can bring something creative from the what we witness in our environments. Because there is sanitation, there is environmental problem all around us. When you look around, you see littering of plastics, foil papers, and polythenes, but you don't know what to do from them. But because of the talk she has given to us, you are able to do something creative from it, and you know when you gather those things, there is an end product that you can get from it. And every one of us, we should go around and start teaching people that, and let them know after gathering and trying to sort the waste, there can still be something productive out of it.
Thank you very much. Let's get in this conference can still improve the society. Plenary 5, capacity, and the speaker was Weyimi Jemide.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ekundayo Adeboyejo from Lagos State Internal Revenue Service.
I can't hear you.
My name is Ekundayo Adeboyejo from Lagos State Internal Revenue Service. Yesterday, when we were talking about capacity building, we are made to understand that there are 5 major things that we need to understand.
Yeah.
1, knowledge. We need to have knowledge
yes,
about what we actually want to do or what we are doing. 2, we have to learn from other people. You don't just say you know it all. When the man stops learning, then the person stop living, because you keep dying gradually. Another thing that the man spoke about is we should read about other people so that you can acquire more knowledge about what is happening around you. He made an example of Bill Gates that reads about 50 books in a year. How many books do we read in a month? He asked us. Then another thing that he went about saying is, we should learn by shadowing. Study people, ask questions if you're not clear about a particular thing. Then he went further to say that we should learn as well from experience. What is your experience? Whose experience are you using as examples? I think that is a major thing that I actually picked. Then he talked about productivity. What can you produce out of all this knowledge that you have acquired? Thank you.
Thank you very much. The speaker concluded with a charge to the women. And what is that charge? Nobody? Are those people at the far left, are they part of us? Hello? Are you part of us? On the far left. It was emphasized by the speaker that capacity building involves deliberate desire. You must have a deliberate desire. Did he say that? Even if you have the desire and you don't take action, will it be effective? No. So that's the charge that he gave us. You must have a deliberate desire, and then there must be action on the part of the individual. This action translates to personal and business benefits. Thank you. Clap for me. Thank you. Now we go to plenary 6, and that's where Mrs. Toyin Adeniji talked. Who was it that came out for Mrs. Adeniji? The lady, she stepped out. Okay, financing options for MSMEs. Comments? Anybody? Oh, don't tell me Mrs. Adeniji just wasted her time here. Nobody remembered what she said? Yes. She did. She wasted her time.
She talked about the Bank of Industries and the activities of the Bank of Industry. Actually, what I'm able to deduce from all that she said yesterday was that the approach to obtaining loans these days, they have been a bit more flexible in the steps that one would need to take to actually access funds or grants from the Bank of Industries. She made mention of privileges and opportunities made deliberately for categories of people. You have the youths, you have the women, you have the grassroots, you have those in the middle class, you have those in the high class, you have those that are in the grassroots. And that all of these funds are there for people to access. And in the area of collateral, she was a bit subtle, okay, in accepting that this is the greatest challenge that people face when they want to access funds from the bank. She tried to explain that that law of you having to stand in with something or for something is not the bank's decision, that the CBN actually guides and giving them the rules and regulations to adopt when you want to access a loan. So she's trying to let us know that in resolving that problem of you having to have a collateral before you could access a fund from the bank, that the decision to maneuver that aspect is not in their own capacity, that it's of the Central
Hello,
Bank of
ladies, can you
Nigeria.
settle down?
Then I think I feel comfortable with that they can't really solve that problem of you having a collateral. But she gave some other alternatives, that you could probably have your boss or somebody that you have worked with for so many years, or people who really are in the high status, either in the office or in the community, that can stand in for you as shorties when you actually want to access a fund. So I don't know who would want to take that risk. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, she gave us the different barriers to success, the barriers, the challenges we women face. Some women think that there's no need to borrow. They're afraid. They're afraid of borrowing. Then you have the cultural barriers also. Lack of technical know-how. That's a barrier. So how do we deal with that barrier? We acquire skills. We go to school, go to different, you go for training, workshops. That's where you acquire knowledge concerning your area of interest. Then religion is also a barrier, because in some of in our society, there is a belief that women should just stay indoors, not go out and work. Then there is also that barrier of having to, how do you write a plan, business plan? She said that too. Bankable plan. The ones, your business plan that will attract investors is a barrier. And in order to get to give a good business plan, you must acquire knowledge. And she said talked about security. That there's need to have collateral to effect finance. So women, don't spend all your money on perishable things. Save and have maybe a land, buy a land, build a house, something so that you can have a collateral. Because no bank will give you money without a security. And she gave us, there was a statement she said. She asked a question. Are women their own enemies? Are women their own enemies? Will somebody answer that question? Are women their own enemies? How many people voted for the female aspirants or candidates? So women are their own enemies. At the managerial level, in the board, when they vote, are women their own enemies? Not only that, we are our own enemies, even to ourselves. Even to ourselves. We just want to be comfortable where we are. We don't want to move. We don't want to improve. Fear of the unknown. Oh, I'm comfortable here. And so on. So don't be an enemy to yourself. We should have confidence in ourselves. Network. Talk to other women who have gone ahead. Have mentors. And, ma'am? Yes, we should be willing to talk. And there's a need for us to be at the front. The days are gone where women are found at the back. So let's believe in ourselves, tell ourselves we can make it, and we should step up. That's, at least I got those points from her. It was a challenge. She charged us. And I am surprised that some of us forgot that. On plenary session 6, still on finances, Mrs. Kofo Akinkugbe was the speaker. Do we have anybody who, yes. Both of you come. Be smart, you are youth. It looks as if you were expecting that, yes, I will soon get to plenary 6, yes.
Good morning, my name is Kolawole Ulaima, a member of Elenia Cares Foundation. Mrs. Kofo Akinkugbe really charged us yesterday. And one thing I would like to start with is, we all have passions, we have what we want to do, but one thing is that we can't start big. We need to start small so that when we start small, we'll learn a lot of things along the line and we won't just start big and crumble all the same. Another thing I learned is that it's not every one of us that has passion for handicrafts and tailoring and other aspects. Some of us have passions for technology, information, and the production and industry sector. And then there's very little representation for women in those fields compared to other fields like tailoring, bead making, and all that. There's very little representation for women in industry, engineering, and other kind of top fields like that. And one thing is that wherever we find ourselves right now, even if that's not where we want to be, we should make sure we act well and give our best so that by the time we are trying to get to where we want to be, people will take us serious and even be able to invest in our passions and our dreams. Thank you very much.
Salamat Sugarba from Millennial Cares Foundation. In addition to what she just said, I can remember she said you shouldn't be afraid of taking risk, that it makes you a more responsible person and a good entrepreneurial person. And another thing is that you should surround yourself with positive people. And another thing she said that wherever you find yourself, please always apply personal discipline. Thank you.
Financing options for MSMEs. Yes. Oh, your name and the organization.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mrs. Olorun Naiche from Lagos Water Corporation.
Please speak out.
I could remember she said, Mrs. Kofo, that we shouldn't wait till we have the whole world before we can start a business. She started in her sitting room with her baby in one arm. So we can start with the little money we have. We can start it anywhere, even in our bedroom, in our sitting room, anywhere, no matter how small it is. Then she said again that we should we should not only desire, we should take an action. We should not only have a desire, then we should take a step on it. If you have a dream on doing something, you shouldn't let the dream die like that. You should go ahead and take a step and take an action, which will later lead to a greater impact. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say that we are on live, and if you want we want your people to see you, please come and speak. Put more life into this recap session. Can we reduce the noise? We are on live all over the world. They are looking at us. Thank you. So any more on financing options for MSMEs? Is there anybody? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Tell us your name and your organization.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Zoladunjoye Dolapo from Ekwe Local Government.
Please speak to the mic, please.
I'm Zoladunjoye Dolapo from Ekwe Local Government. When Mrs. Kofo was talking yesterday, very exciting. In fact, all she said was encouraging. But the only option or the only problem or challenges I can say is the fear to leave known to unknown. If you are doing a work and you are the one financing your home, like it happens in 80% of homes in Nigeria today, for you to leave a job, to start something, and like the way they gave us illustration yesterday, you can get money from this. I'm a nurse by profession, but I'm one of the female farmers in Ekpe, great nurses. So I'm a nurse by profession, and I'm one of the female farmers in Ekpe. But the problem is, we went to BOI. When she was talking yesterday, we applied for a loan. If you're applying for a loan of 100,000, 500,000 at BOI, very easy. The collateral or the question they ask you, I can just give you a form, you see a lot, that's not the problem. But when you apply for loan that can make you stand on your feet, this is when you know it's not as easy as being illustrated here. Most of us have good visions. And I asked one of the WAPAs that I was sitting with yesterday.
I can't hear you, ma'am.
I asked one of the WAPA that we were sitting on the same table yesterday. I said the communique written in this conference are the communique put in use mostly at the local government level, because I don't know if the local government chairman is not sponsoring us here. That should be the end of this conference. Most of the things highlighted here, they should try to please help us. The WAPA training for tailoring this and that, most of us have passed that stage. Our children are now going to learn trade, barbering, shoemaking, this and that. But we have visions, we have mission. But what the will to drive it home? One of my colleagues came out yesterday. She said, you have to apply landed property. We don't have landed property, but we have things that when you say, I know this person, if that person can stand for us, or if there are ways Lagos State can help us, or the local government chairman too can help us to make it easier for us, so that we can really build others, so that this council can have impact on more homes and drive this nation. Like, that is our focus, and God will help us. And to the whole house, ẹ̀yin màmá mi, tá bá wá bí, tá bá jẹ, tá mu, tá jẹ bread, tá bá lọlé, tí àwọn nǹkan tá nǹkan bí báyìí, tá bá mú sójúṣe, owó tá wá san bí kò so èso. Tí ó bá so èso, àwọn centers wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣí, àwọn agan ti graduate, ẹ jẹ́ ká register wọn síbẹ̀. Kí wọ́n máa kọ́ṣẹ́ yẹn, káwa máa wá owó, tá bá ń sọ báyìí, tó bá rí bí ń yá wa lówó yìí pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn, tó bá jẹ́ pé káwa náà máa wá, tó bá di ọdún tó ń bọ̀, káwọn èèyàn jáde láti testify that I came to this conference last year, I was this, now I'm this. One of the awardees last year, I think she came here this year too, and she gave us more illustrations and how she was able to push herself forward. So these are things that can really make us benefit more from this conference. So please, the LGA, the local government chairman too, please carry them along so that they can help us better. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, let's time around. The communique will go to all the local governments and the development, local LCDs. And then it's going to be public. All papers, all the newspapers, all media will take. Well, we are going to have this communique. So we are employing the the chairman of the local governments to please implement this. Thank you. So I think that's all for Mrs. Akikugbe's lecture. Now let's go to the health talk. Reverend Tony Akinyemi, plenary 7. So you want to talk on plenary 6, financing options for MSMEs.
No, Dr. Akinyemi, the health. Oh, he said that it's not, it's one thing for you to say that in my family we have diabetes, we have this, we have that. But it's another thing that it's not like it's a must that genetics that you have in your family will be the one that will send you to your early grave. That our life is actually in our hands. If we can make good diet, good lifestyle, that we will see that all that will not be our portion, and it will not be in Jesus' name.
Amen.
That's actually,
what you remember.
That's what I want.
No,
not what I remember, but what I want to share.
Yes. Why don't you tell us what you remember about the conference, about the plenary session?
Yeah. He also said something about taking so much sugar. One thing that he said also that touched me in that is he said that if we take too much sugar, that it freezes the white blood cells in our body. Mm-hmm. That really touched me. And I was just thinking, freezing the white blood cells, that means if you have so much sugar in you, you can get sick so often. Yes. And that really rings a bell in me also. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, let's clap for her.
What I got yesterday from Dr. Akinyemi's message is that we should learn to move around more often. If you sit down for close to 6 hours and more, you get the same effect as someone who is smoking. The same effect that a smoker gets from smoking is the same you get when you sit down for too long, so learn to move around more often. He also divided the phases of life into 3. He said there's the learning stage, which is from 0 to 40. There's an earning stage, which is the 41 to 80. And then there's the yearning stage from 81 to 120. And that we get so much from the earning stage, 0 to 40, but then we get to use them more between 41 to 80, and that's where you also get to get more, like the health starts to dwindle. Yeah, so he advised that, eat balanced diet and also take supplements. That should help us get better.
Thank you very much. Please, let's clap for her.
What I could just learn from the doctor is our kitchen can be an hospital. If you cook a delicious food and healthy food for your family, they can be healthy. They can live more than 120 years. And breastfeeding your child 0 to 6 months, excluding breastfeeding, is okay.
You want to round up?
Okay, ma. So,
it's all right. Thank you very much.
That we have to maintain our immunity. If we maintain it, we will not fall sick often. He told us that it's an AA. An AA always have malaria and fever. And for almost more than 12 years, he has not been infected with malaria because he maintained good health, he eats well,
thank you, ma'am.
He takes fruits.
Thank you.
As I invite her to please go up on the podium, Chief Mrs. Kemi Nelson. A round of applause for her, please. Mrs. Idiot Olunroti Adebule. Please put your hands together for her as she goes up on the podium. You know that there's a live streaming of this event ongoing, at www.lagosonline.tv. You can hook up for the live streaming. I'd also like to recognize the presence and crave her indulgence to please join us up on stage, the head of service of Lagos State. Please welcome with me Mrs. Olabowale Ademola. A round of applause for her as she goes up. The Deputy Governor of Adamawa State. Please welcome with a round of applause His Excellency Martis Babale. I think we can clap better than this. 6 of us drove away with brand new cars yesterday. Next year we're getting 10. We're getting a house to go with it and a cottage industry. A better round of applause. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, beautiful women of Lagos, please can we all rise as we will be singing the national anthem. And we will take the second verse as well as just the first verse of the national anthem. Please may we all rise for the national anthem, just the first verse. Thank you very much. And for the first time in history of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, Cowsol event, history will be made this morning as we will also take the Cowsol anthem. Hello, women. Are we ready to showcase ourselves this morning? May we all rise as we take the Cowsol anthem.
Okoniwa, we are one, we are Cowsol, Cowsol, and we stand by our husbands. We are the mothers of the land. We will build with our hands a Lagos filled with greatness. We are strong. We are Cowsol, Okoniwa. We will serve our land. We will stand for our people. We will rise and together we will build our home. We are strong. We are Cowsol, Okoniwa. Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials. Inú ìlera obìnrin ló pọ́nmú lérò.
Another round. Your Excellency, our very dear Governor, the man that has come, brought smiles to the lives of many, bringing more smiles to the lives of many, turning Lagos State around to be the best destination in Africa and indeed the world. I'm talking about a visionary leader, a dynamic one, hardworking, good man. Please put your hands together for His Excellency, Governor Akinwumi Ambode. The Holy Book says, if you say thank you, you will receive more. Are we saying thank you? Are we thanking Him? Clapping enough? We're not clapping enough. We're not clapping enough. We are coming back next year, sir. Times 6. 6 times 6 is what? Do we have it already? Is it doable? It is done. A round of applause for His Excellency. The Deputy Governor of Adamawa State, His Excellency Martin, for being here this morning. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Mrs. Idiat Oluranti Adebule. The National Woman Leader of the APC Southwest, Chief Mrs. Kemi Nelson. The Head of Service of Lagos State, Mrs. Olabowale Ademola. The inspirational woman for the year 2017, the lady mechanic, the one and only. A round of applause. Members of the Lagos State Executive Council here present. A round of applause for them. They have partnered successfully with Governor Akinwumi Ambode, and they continue to do so. A more deserving round of applause for the State Executive Council, please. On behalf of all the women in Lagos State, we welcome you to the closing ceremony of the 2017 National Women's Conference as organized by the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, Cowsol.
Guests on the high table, and my dear Chairman of Cowsol, Her Excellency, Mrs. Bolanle Ambode, distinguished guests, beautiful participants, ladies and gentlemen. This is the communique of the 17th National Women's Conference. Themed, She Creates, She Transforms. At the end of the 17th National Women's Conference, the following resolutions were made by over 2,500 participants. 1, women should not take a handshake sitting down. We should rise, step forward, and smile by taking the handshake. 2, women must embrace entrepreneurial disposition, which will be highly helpful in overcoming challenging situations. 3, there should be more advocacy to encourage women to explore their innate abilities to make a difference. 4, women should be solution providers that are purpose-driven rather than looking for immediate financial profits. This gives These give opportunities to contribute towards improving the society. Your Excellency, number 5, women should get more involved in animal husbandry because of their prudence and passion in order to increase dairy production in the country. 6, the conference charged women to take full advantage of the paradigm shift from oil, which is leading to a major leap for the agricultural industry. 7, the government should provide lands and conducive environments for women farmers. Number 8, government should provide more opportunities and full support for young women and youth to acquire skills for agribusiness. 9, women should help one another by introducing themselves to organizations like Fund for Agriculture Finance in Nigeria, FAFIN, and many others. Number 10, women should leave enough for their female children when writing their wills. It should not be assumed that they will be taken care of by the opposite sex. Number 11, women should find ways of overcoming the challenge between buyer and seller due to gender and cultural beliefs. 12, Your Excellency, women should promote good hygiene practices during the processing of food production. The 13th point, the conference reiterated that women must be empowered in order to take care of the family, community, and the nation. 14, the conference extends its appreciation to the Lagos State government for empowering women through its skill acquisition program. Thank you, Your Excellency. 15, the conference stressed the fact that women should be positively aggressive and assertive in order to contribute to the development of the nation. 16, it was emphasized that capacity building involves deliberate desire and action on the part of the individual. This action translates to personal and business benefits. 17, conference identified the challenges in lending to women in micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, and remedies to those challenges. 18, women were charged to step up and not be afraid of being more successful than their spouses. And they must be willing to invest more to expand their pool of income. Number 19, women can source for funds through grants, equity financing, and debt financing. 20, women entrepreneurs are encouraged to take advantage of the various products available to them from the Bank of Industry. 21, we are made to understand that stress is responsible for at least 6 to 10 deaths in the world. Therefore, we should conduct annual medical comprehensive checkup, exercise regularly, maintain ideal body weight, and eat nutritious diets. 22, we should avoid destructive habits and high-risk behaviors such as self-medication, tobacco, hard drugs, and alcohol, among others. These are the 22 points communique that came out of the 17th Annual Women's Conference. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
She has presented a communique. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, women in this hall are ready to make change, positive change. Are we ready for that? Starting from our homes, and of course, we're going to change the nation positively. Can we put our hands together for ourselves? Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for me to call on a very, very hard-working woman, very passionate, a virtuous woman, a visionary leader, a woman who is compassionate, one who believes in helping other women, one who believes in putting smiles on women's faces. She has shown us ever since she became part of us that our success and progress is paramount on her mind. I'm talking about no other person. Please can we put our hands together as I welcome the First Lady of Lagos State, the Chairman of Cowsol, Her Excellency, Mrs. Bolale Ambode. Please, we can put our hands together for this great woman, please. I'm sure we can keep clapping till she gets to the microphone. She deserves this. She deserves much more than this.
Thank you. Please be seated. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, the special guest of honor, Governor of Adamawa, His Excellency, Governor Umaru Jubrila, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Matis Babale. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Idiat Oluranti Adebule. Her Excellency Ajia Adama Ibrahim Dakwambo, my dear sister, the First Lady of Gombe State. Members of the Lagos State Executive Council here present, body of permanent secretaries here present, chairmen of local governments, LCD here present, the National APC Women Leader Southwest, Chief Mrs. Kemi Nelson. The Executive Committee and members of Committee of Wives of Lagos State officials, our sponsors, all our facilitators, political groups here present, awardees of today, participants, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press. We are on song as we round off this conference because God started the program with us and remained with us all through. Please join me in thanking him for unfailing faithfulness. That is the reason we have recorded resounding successes in all activities and all areas, from the opening to the lectures, through to the gala, and now the closing. I'm short of words to express my joy and gratitude to God and to you for the tremendous success of this edition of our conference. As usual, the countdown to the conference was a period of intense hard work that kept all stakeholders on their toes to prevent any lapses that could hamper its success. I'm immensely grateful to everyone that played various roles leading to this happy outcome. Of course, this would not have been possible without the excellent cooperation I got from you, eminent women of Cowsol. Your dedication, commitment to our lofty ideals, and love for our great association ensure this glorious outcome. To you all, I say a big thank you. I wish to specially recognize and appreciate members of the Conference Planning Committee under the chairmanship of Dr. Mrs. Arinola Oluwo. The committee worked so hard to ensure a flawless conference. May God renew your strength, bless you with good health, and reward you generously for your service. Distinguished guests, I wish to very specially appreciate Her Excellency, Mrs. Dolapo Shibaju, wife of the Vice President of Nigeria, for personally attending and declaring the conference open. In declaring the conference open, she had commended our committee and all the women to be inspired by the indomitable spirits of Nigerian women who braved the odds to make stardom. She challenged us to always reflect on the past to know where we are coming from in our effort to create and transform the nation in all spheres of life. She also charged us to speak out against rape and abuse for the needy and in defense of the unity of Nigeria. Thank you, Your Excellency, Ma. We are proud of you. My special appreciation also goes to the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, His Excellency, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, for the great compliments and kind words of encouragement. We are eternally grateful to you, sir. And still, in the spirit of appreciation, I profusely thank other excellencies, governors of Bayelsa, Edo, Akwa Ibom, Ekiti State, for finding time to be with us and adding glamour to the conference. We appreciate your distinguished presence in our midst. May God honor you. May God honor you all every day of your lives. To my lovely sisters, wives of the governors, Echi Imo, Nkechi, Okorocha Rochas, Oyo, Florence Ajimobi, Sherifat, Aregbesola, State of Osun, Enugu, Monica Iguayi, Abia, Nkechi Ipeazu, Kwara, Omoshalewa Ahmed, Edo, Betsy Obaseki, Ogun, Funsho Amusu. We have with us this morning the First Lady of Gombe, Her Excellency, my sister, Hajia Adamawa Ibrahim Dankwabo. I appreciate you all. My special appreciation also goes to His Excellency, Alhaji Jubrila Bindu, Governor of Adamawa State, ably represented by his deputy, Mr. Matis Babale, for graciously attending this closing ceremony. These eminent women of Lagos State had humbly requested him to be special guest of honor at the closing, which he accepted despite distance and his busy schedule. Thank you, sir. Our seasoned facilitators and eminent chairmen of sessions, you were all wonderful. You did justice to every topic and every session, leaving us feeling happy and proud that we made the right choices. In one of the papers, Building a Better World, we are made to understand that women in the country find themselves in a unique situation at this time, and we must see the current reality not as a hopeless situation, but as an opportunity for entrepreneurial ambition to make a positive impact in a challenging situation. In another one, Women in Agriculture, we learned that we should have good mentor, be consistent, and persist in doing things right, noting that challenges are mere stepping stones that do not kill. During the preliminary 7, we focused on the health. We were made to understand that stress is responsible for at least 6 out of 10 deaths in the world. Therefore, we should conduct annual comprehensive medical checkups, exercise regularly, maintain ideal body weight, ensure you will rest well, eat nutritious diets, and most importantly, avoid destructive habits and high-risk behavior, such as self-medication, tobacco, hard drugs, and alcohol, among others. I urge all participants to make the best use of all the learned at the conference for their personal benefits. You should also please endeavor to pass on the knowledge acquired. Indeed, it has been 3 days of serious intellectual exercise, and parts of the communique reached include: women should be positively aggressive and assertive in word to contribute to the development of the nation. Women should take advantage of the paradigm shift from crude oil, which is leading to a major leap for the agricultural sector, and women can source funds through grants, equity, and debt financing, among others. Distinguished guests, we have among us our patron and my darling husband, His Excellency Mr. Q Mambodi, Governor of Lagos State, who have been so supportive of the women of this state. He was in attendance at the opening ceremony. Your Excellency, sir, we are happy to have you in our midst. These eminent women are profoundly grateful for your reliable support at all times. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we cannot leave out our individual and corporate friends who have constantly supported our dreams and aspirations. It's quite a long list. We thank and appreciate you all. Shortly, we will be presenting our certificate of appreciation to distinguished recipients as a mark of our gratitude. Your Excellencies, Royal Fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may you enjoy journey mercies as you return to your respective destinations. As you go, remember that you need to move from doing nothing to doing something. By the grace of God, we all meet happily again next year for this same conference. Thank you, goodbye, and God bless. Ìtẹ̀síwájú ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún.
Please applaud Her Excellency more resoundingly. If we have indeed enjoyed this conference, can we put our hands together more resoundingly? Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the wife of a governor of Lagos State. Thank you very much. That's an attestation to the fact that this man and indeed his wife have continued to do us very proud. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there's a little adjustment to the program as we'll be going straight to the presentation of certificates and appreciation of friends of Cowsol at this point in time. Therefore, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the first friend of Cowsol that will be appreciated at today's event is none other than Chief Michael Adeojo, ably represented by Mr. Stephen Ogodo. Please could you step forward, Mr. Stephen Ogodo.
Resolved to establish his own organization within 10 years of graduation, Chief Michael Adeojo abandoned the certainty of a plum colonial job for the uncertainty of private enterprise. The result was the establishment of Elizade Independence Agency, a family business co-founded with his late wife, Chief Mrs. Elizabeth Wuraola Ojo, in August 1971. In recognition of his chain of entrepreneurial successes, general contribution to various fields of human endeavor, and his enormous assistance to religious and socio-cultural organizations, Chief Michael Adeojo has won numerous professional, national, and international certifications and awards. The story of Chief Michael Adeojo cannot be complete without reference to his first love, late Chief Mrs. Elizabeth Wura-Olaojo, who was a pillar of support and source of inspiration to him during his lifetime. He is currently married to Mrs. Taiwo Adeojo, an intelligent, easygoing paragon of an ideal wife. Chief Michael Adeojo, a devout Christian, is blessed with children and grandchildren. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you friend of Cowsol, Chief Michael Adeojo, OON, DBA, FNIM, FCIA, founder, Elizade Group of Companies. At this point in time, I'd like to respectfully invite His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, to do the presentation to this great friend of Cowsol. Oh, I beg your pardon, point of correction, the Deputy Governor to present these awards.
Congratulations, Chief Michael Adeojo, ably represented. Thank you. The next friend of Cowsol to be appreciated this morning is Chi Nigeria Limited. Chi Nigeria Limited is represented by Igomo Modestus. A round of applause for him as he steps forward. Friend of and snacks. Today, Chi Limited is the undisputed market leader in fruit juices, fruit drinks, and yogurts in Nigeria. Chi Limited has successfully dominated market shelves over the years through the introduction of exciting value-added extensions and variants of its numerous brands. The company has something to offer almost everyone, including children, young adults, men, and women. Chi's products helps to cater to the diverse needs and palates of every segment of this dynamic population, thus making Chi brands the most admired across all major demographic segments. Renowned for its natural ingredients, Chi products provides great and refreshing taste while being the first choice of the health-conscious consumer. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you friend of Cowsol, Chi Nigeria Limited. And the award will be presented by the Deputy Governor of Adamawa State. Please, can we put our hands together for His Excellency, please? Congratulations, Chi Nigeria Limited. Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. The third friend of Cowsol to be appreciated this morning is Chevron Nigeria Limited. Chevron Nigeria Limited is represented this morning by two distinguished personalities, Abimbola Demas Kolajo and Emegara Joy.
Abimbola is currently the single largest oil field in deep water West Africa. It commenced production in July 2008. At peak production, the field contributes 250,000 barrels of oil per day to Nigeria's total oil production. The field is located approximately 70 miles, 113 kilometers offshore Nigeria, and in line with the Deep Offshore Community Affairs Group, engagement principles, co-ventures, view the entire country of Nigeria as Agbami community. The Agbami parties take their role as members of the Nigerian community seriously. They believe that the most rewarding investment is the investment in people, because the greatest asset of a nation are the people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Friends of Cowsol, Chevron Nigeria Limited.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends of Cowsol. A round of applause for Chief Michael Adeojo, Chi Nigeria Limited, Chevron Nigeria Limited. Thank you very much. It was a very fruitful time for us. We all looked forward to this year. But there was one promise that kept on resounding to us, and that was the fact that more prizes were up for grabs this year. And that's because a man made a promise and he kept that promise. Therefore, I decided to look up why this man will keep a promise. It has to do with his profession, and it has to do with his faith. It also has to do with his calling. A leader must be a faithful person. Now, not all leaders are called, and not all leaders are chosen, but the ones that are called are chosen are indeed faithful people. To us in Lagos State, we are blessed. Am I right or right? God has been good to us. Am I right or right? Now, when God created women, he said they will be the icing on the cake for the world. In Lagos State, we are indeed the icing on the cake. Am I right or right? But without a backbone, a pillar, a leader, a visionary, a missioner, and somebody to enable us, we will not be it. That is why God has blessed us in Lagos. Last year we had 2. This year we have 6. Next year we're having 10. Year to come 15. Another year 20. Please welcome with me a man that is called and chosen, faithful to his call, a man that has been making Lagos proud. His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode.
Ambo. Please be seated. Kilode. Jean-Lo Jemoton. Your Excellency, our special guest of honor, Governor of Adamawa State, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Martins Babale. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Chairperson of Cowsol, Your Excellency, the wife of the Governor of Gombe State, members of the State House of Assembly here present, members of the State Executive Council, body of permanent secretaries, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. From the feedback, I heard yesterday was very bad. Balo se man son Yoruba no, I know that. O bad gone. Pepper them gang, Gabi. I thank the Governor of Adamawa State for honoring our invitation, ably represented by his Deputy Governor. Your presence here, Your Excellency, is a proof of your commitment to women development. So I want to congratulate all the participants for successfully undergoing these 3 days of networking, knowledge building, and experience sharing. From the report I have received, it's been very impressive and encouraging. No doubt, this edition of the conference has been very successful and rewarding for everyone. So we're looking forward to seeing more of this creative and transformative impact on our women in Lagos State. Like I always say, our government will always be here to support you and help you to achieve your aspirations. So we're trying to close the 17th conference, and there have been 22 points resolutions that have been put in place. So when we come next year, we'll see how the 22 resolutions have been achieved. So that's the test we are going to give to everyone here. Now, next year's conference is going to be a special one. You know, it's 2018, so the year before 2019. So the gala night will be very, very special. So, but there are conditions that must be fulfilled. So we are going to request from all of you to say that that gala night, the raffle draw should be for all attendees. There should be no discrimination. We are all prayer warriors, so miracles should happen to anybody. So we are going to plead with the First Lady and every other person that all members of Cowsol should participate. So, if you accede my request, the governor will attend with his friends. I want to break the jinx. No governor has ever showed up. So will I take part in the raffle draw? No. I said me no le win. I use my network to bring my friends to donate the gift. So I should also participate. So we'll do 10 cars. So those who can do night vigil should start from now. Thank you. I love your anthem. Please, can I buy the copyright? Because I'm going to sell it. I commend you for that anthem. Fantastic work. First Lady, well done. Good job. I'd like to congratulate the chairperson. She's put so much energy into this, you know. So I'm sure next year is going to be more successful. All the ESCO members of Cowsol and the planning committee members, good job, well done. I must not go without appreciating the support of all the well-meaning individuals, corporate organizations that have always contributed, and especially the ones that contributed this year. We pray to God that next year will be better than this. I thank you all. God bless you.
Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Promises kept, promises met. Promises made, we're looking forward to them. A round of applause once again for His Excellency Governor Akinwumi Ambode. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I noticed His Excellency was looking towards the left and wondering the women that were shouting there. Your Excellency, one of the women that won a car yesterday is a nurse. And she said, all nurses in Nigeria will move to Lagos in 2019 and will do the needful. Am I right or right? A round of applause for His Excellency Governor Akinwumi Ambode. Your Excellencies.
Thank you. You can sit down. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Your Excellency, the wife of the Governor of Gombe State, and other representatives of Governor's wife from other states, members of the Executive Council that are here, Lagos State Executive Council, other dignitaries. I stand here to represent the Governor of Adamawa State, distinguished Senator Mohammed Omar Jibrilla. He wanted to be here by himself, but other commitments could not permit him to be here. So I should come in and stand for him. He sent his greetings and also a script I'm going to read to this important conference. It is a privilege, honor, and opportunity to address you here today on the occasion of the closing ceremony of 2017 of the Women Conference of Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, ably chaired by my brother's wife, Her Excellency Mrs. Bolale Ambode. I have watched the activities of this noble association with keen interest, and I find the engagement in the past, and even in the past 2 days, very inspiring. Last year, the conference focused on building stronger families as a basis of building stronger nations. This was apt and relevant for all times. This year, the conference had focused on the woman with a very interesting theme. She creates, she transforms. And I have followed the proceedings very closely. The very lively discussions held in the areas of networking among women, etiquette, including business etiquette, women in agriculture, empowerment, and how to strengthen productive capacities of our women all made this conference relevant beyond its immediate confines. This is indeed a national engagement with consequences beyond Lagos State. It is a visionary platform that adds great value to our government and governance process. I must commend and acknowledge the patriotic zeal of our sister, the wife of the Governor of Lagos State, and the chairperson of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, for her vision and commitment to creating strategic engagements by Lagos women in support of her husband and the governance process in Lagos State. We are proud of her. She is indeed a very great woman. I have listened to her speech with passion about the unique endowment of the the Nigerian women and how they can work as helmets and fulcrums upon which family values rest. I cannot but totally agree with her. I believe this conference has achieved its set objectives of activities or activating the creative and unique abilities and ingenuities of Nigerian women in the pursuit of innovative and practical solutions towards achieving sustainable development within the immediate and even broader environment of the Nigerian woman. From what I have learned in the past 2 days, following proceedings of this conference on different platforms, I believe participants at the different sessions have been sufficiently equipped to positively impact our communities and indeed the nation in general. Women are transformation agents, and like Her Excellency, the convener of this conference, observed much earlier, their transformation efforts extend to all facets of human engagement. One of the reasons I accepted to come and participate in this process is because I believe positive engagements like this one are what the nation needs at this point in time. Why waste our energy on discussing negative trends or branding hate speeches when we could sit together as brothers and sisters to advance positive causes and promote positive values like the ones canvassed here? Our strength lies in our togetherness as people. We are stronger together. Nigeria has come a long way, and our bond of brotherhood should be stronger than the wishes of those who want to divide us. The value of engagements like this is in our express commitment to peace, unity, peaceful coexistence, and the need to transform the lives of our people for the better. That should be our take-home from this conference. Let me end this short address by very sincerely commending my dear brother, His Excellency Governor Akinwumi Ambode, for his sterling performance as the Governor of Lagos State. I know the complexity of governance, especially in a highly urban and sophisticated setting like Lagos. But I also acknowledge that my brother has done wonderfully. I must say that with Ambode's performance here in Lagos and our achievements in transforming Adamawa State, our party, the APC, has glaring signposts of positive change to showcase the Nigerians any day, anytime. As if working as twins, both my humble self and Governor Ambode have addressed physical infrastructure in a very revolutionary manner in our states. This is in addition to commitments in areas of education, health, and human services. I'm proud to associate myself with my brother and the Governor of Lagos State, and I'm proud of him as a person and as a leader too. At this juncture, it is indeed my honor and pleasure to declare this conference closed with a prayer that God Almighty in His infinite mercy will crown all our efforts with success today and always. I thank you very much. God bless you.
Can we put our hands together for His Excellency, please? We can't say thank you enough. On behalf of all of us, I would like to call on the Secretary of Cowsol, Mrs. Adeyinka Abiru, to give the vote of thanks. Can we put our hands together for Mrs. Abiru, please?
Other notable highlights, and the fun-filled gala night that permanently transformed the lives of some women. In fulfilling the mandate given to me, therefore, I thank everyone for this happy outcome, beginning with the special guest of honor and the mother of the day, who declared open the conference, Her Excellency, Mrs. Dolapo Oshibajo, wife of the Vice President, herself an eminent member of Cowsol. We thank you so much for identifying with us, ma. All your excellencies in attendance now, and those that came for the opening ceremony, beginning with our patron and amiable governor, His Excellency, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. I thank you all most humbly and profoundly, sir. So also is the special guest of honor for this closing ceremony, His Excellency Alhaji Bindo Jibrila, Governor of Adamawa State, ably represented by his deputy, Mr. Matis Babale. We thank you, sir. It is not an exaggeration to state here that this conference would not have been so successful without the color and glamour you added to it. Thank you, Your Excellencies. All Your Excellencies, wives of governors that attended either the opening, closing, or both, we are immensely grateful for the honor. We cannot stop thanking you. The royal fathers, gentlemen of the press, we thank you all. Our facilitators and chairmen of sessions, you were all fantastic. You made us proud and satisfied. May God bless you all. Eminent women of Cowsol, you are all great. You demonstrated cooperation, friendship, and commitment throughout our preparations up to the actual conference. To Cowsol Planning Committee members, I commend you for a super performance. I cannot leave out individuals and corporate partners who stood by us all through. We are eternally grateful. May God continually empower you and your organizations. All other persons and groups who played respective roles, especially the hard-working staff of the Office of the Wife of the Governor and Chairman of Cowsol, Her Excellency, Mrs. Bolanle Ambode, we appreciate you all. And very importantly, the conference participants, we thank you for your time and patience. Above all, we give thanks and glory to Almighty God, who has seen us through this conference with His grace and favor, which we cannot count. As the 17th National Women's Conference comes to an end, we wish us journey mercies and to meet again next year, safe and sound. Ìtẹ̀síwájú ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún. Thank you and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the official close of this year's conference, and I crave the indulgence of everyone here present to please rise as we will take the national anthem before our special guests take their leave. May we all rise for the national anthem. A very brief photograph session, please. Let us remain at our seats and give honor to our very distinguished guests here present as they step down to take a group photograph. Please let us remain at our seats. Also, the DVDs for this conference are available. Day 1 and day 2 are available, and you can get them at the selling points just outside the conference hall. The DVDs for days 1 and 2. Yes. All of them should come down here. Please direct them to the front here. Yes. Please.
We are Cowsol, and we stand by our husbands. We are the mothers of the land. We will build with our hands a Lagos filled with greatness. We are strong. We are Cowsol, Okoniwa. Strong, we are Cowsol, Okoniwa. Committee of Wives of Lagos State officials. Inú ilé rẹ̀ obìnrin ló kọ́mọ lérò. Committee of Wives of Lagos State officials. Inú ayé yìí obìnrin ló kọ́mọ lérò. We are strong. We are Cowsol, Okoniwa. We are strong. We are Cowsol, Okoniwa. Okoniwa. We are one. We are Cowsol, Cowsol, and we stand by our husbands. We are the mothers of the land. We will build with our hands a Lagos filled with greatness. We are strong. We are Cowsol, Okoniwa. We will serve our land. We will stand for our people. We will rise and together we will build our home. We are strong.